explore the brutal killing of Gabriel Fernandez due to his mother, as well as the abhorrent abuse he endured before to his death in May 2013. Gabriel Fernandez's case is a heartbreaking illustration of systemic failure and the devastation caused by child abuse. Gabriel's maltreatment continued unchecked, resulting in his premature death at the age of 8, despite many warning signs and cries for assistance from concerned persons. Gabriel's own mother and her boyfriend subjected him to horrifying and protracted physical, mental, and psychological torture. Teachers, social workers, and other adults involved with Gabriel knew that he was being abused and expressed their concerns, so this was not a secret. Gabriel was still caught in a cycle of abuse and neglect, nevertheless, as a result of the authorities' insufficient response to their attempts. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with the latest uploads. This is the story of Gabriel Fernandez and the awful abuse he plainly suffered at the hands of his parents before passing away in May 2013. Gabriel Fernandez was born in Palmdale, California, on February 20, 2005, and had a difficult existence from the beginning. Remarkably, Gabriel's mother, Pearl Fernandez, decided she didn't need any more children and dropped him off at the clinic. To be honest, Pearl had a history of mistreating and disregarding children. A year prior, Kid Defensive Administrations was notified by a family member that Pearl was abusing another kid. Still, nothing was completed. Gabriel spent a significant portion of his life on Earth with his amazing uncle and his accomplice, whom his mother despised. Then he went to live with his grandparents. Pearl Fernandez, who has a history of complaints about the abuse and neglect of her own children, unexpectedly asked in 2012 that Gabriel be returned to her care. This choice was made at a point when Pearl had to get Gabriel back under her control in order to keep getting government support money. In October 2012, Pearl recovered custody of her son, Gabriel's grandparents protesting. After that, Gabriel returned to live with his mother, who was living with her boyfriend, Isoro Aguirre, and two other young relatives, Virginia, who was 9 years old, and Ezekiel, who was 11. This unstable and harsh living situation would ultimately pave the way for the horrible tragedies Gabriel would experience in the months that followed. Jennifer Garcia, Gabriel's first-grade instructor at Palmdale, California Summerwind Elementary, saw symptoms of physical abuse in her little charge right away. Gabriel even told her straight about it. "Is it normal for mothers to hit their children?" Gabriel questioned Garcia in October 2012. He wondered if feeling exhausted was normal following similar situations, having been struck by a belt buckle. After school, Garcia quickly called a child abuse hotline out of fear for Gabriel's safety. She was put through to a case manager named Stephanie Rodriguez. Garcia was first relieved to take this action and thought that things would become better for Gabriel. Sadly, though, it turned out that Gabriel's abuse continued even after his instructor filed a report. This tragic reality highlights the difficulties and flaws in the child protection system, which prevented Gabriel from receiving sufficient intervention and continued injury. At school, Gabriel Fernandez's physical state was clearly getting worse. He once showed up to class lacking significant sections of hair, a glaring indication of physical damage. Gabriel told his instructor Jennifer Garcia that his mother had struck him when he appeared one more day with a wounded lip. When Gabriel showed up at school in January 2013 with circular marks on his face, the assault became more severe. Gabriel courageously told Garcia that he had been shot by his mother using a BB pistol. Garcia faced irritating barriers while attempting to inform Stephanie Rodriguez, the case manager assigned to Gabriel's case, about these unsettling experiences on many occasions. The worried instructor felt powerless and unable to protect Gabriel since Rodriguez was unable to provide Garcia with the specifics of Gabriel's condition. As a matter of fact, Rodriguez had visited the Fernandez residence. However, Gabriel had a habit of retracting his stories, and Rodriguez had noted that the children there looked fittingly dressed, apparently sound, and had no imprints or injuries. Unfortunately, neither Rodriguez nor even Garcia seemed to comprehend how terrible his mistreatment was. Additionally, in May 2013, the 8-year-old would be viciously beaten to death by Gabriel Fernandez's mother and her partner. Pearl Fernandez reported her son Gabriel's unconsciousness to 911 on May 22, 2013. When paramedics got there, they discovered that the youngster had been shot with BB pellets, had a shattered skull, broken ribs, and missing teeth. Isoro Aguirre, the boyfriend of Pearl Fernandez, claimed, "I tried to feel his heart." Gabriel's injuries are attributed to roughhousing with his elder sibling. Eventually, it was revealed that Isoro Aguirre and Pearl Fernandez had tormented the 8-year-old with a baseball bat, pepper spray, coat hangers, and a BB pistol. On May 24, 2013, 2 days after suffering his injuries, Gabriel Fernandez passed away. And then the startling extent of his abuse was revealed in the months that followed. Gabriel Fernandez was frequently subjected to severe maltreatment by both his mother and Aguirre. This took place for a period of 8 months. There were occasions when they would bind his hands and feet, shove a sock in his mouth, and lock him in a cupboard they dubbed the cubby. They described him gay, maybe because his previous great-uncle was gay, had him wear dresses, and punished him if they caught him playing with dolls. Gabriel's siblings, Ezekiel and Virginia, claimed that in addition to forcing him to run from a BB pistol and consumed a lot of cat poop, the pair allegedly struck him so hard that he was unable to breathe. Furthermore, Gabriel's therapist had revealed to him before his death that the young man had been enforced into having oral sex with a relative and that he had written notes expressing his desire to commit himself. However, despite several warning signals, he was never rescued. Following Gabriel Fernandez's death, both Pearl Fernandez and Isoro Aguirre were arrested and accused with his murder. After entering a guilty plea to first-degree murder, Pearl received a life sentence. Pearl Fernandez claimed in court in 2018 that she wanted to apologize to her family for what she had done. Gabriel should still be alive. "I wish I had chosen better every day. My children deserve to know that I love them and I apologize to them." Even though Gabriel Fernandez's suffering was so unbearable that the court would describe it as animalistic, he acknowledged that animals know how to take care of their young. He hoped that the two of them would be tortured mentally in prison for what they had done. Aguirre received a death sentence after being convicted guilty of first-degree murder as well. Aguirre, however, will stay incarcerated for the foreseeable future as California has suspended the death penalty. However, they weren't the only ones who had to deal with Gabriel Fernandez's passing. Stephanie Rodriguez, Patricia Clement, Kevin Baum, and Gregory Merritt, for social workers, were charged with felonies related to child abuse and creating false public documents. But in January 2020, an appeals panel determined that they wouldn't be prosecuted. Family members of Gabriel Fernandez can only hope that his horrifying demise wasn't totally in vain at this point. Despite the fact that he had obviously gotten past the Los Angeles Department of Child and Family Services systems, the agency promised to start a new era of reform following his death. According to sources, since 2013, the organization has employed over 3,000 additional social workers to reduce caseloads, established new procedures to assure kids' safety, and retrained current caseworkers on how to interview witnesses efficiently and identify physical symptoms of abuse before it's too late. Is it going to be enough? Reports state that shortly after Gabriel Fernandez's death, a few mistreated children in the Los Angeles area and elsewhere died. Therefore, there is obviously still work to be done. Sadly, Gabriel Fernandez may have been prevented from dying. Something may have been done once social workers were informed about the mistreatment by his instructor. Based on all the circumstances, the young guy was abandoned by his own parents, whom the city of Los Angeles refused to acknowledge, and he ended up suffering and dying. Gabriel's story is a sharp reminder of the need of remaining vigilant and taking action to safeguard children from abuse and neglect. It is a call to action for society to put every kid's safety and well-being first in order to make sure that no youngster experiences the same kind of tragedy that Gabriel Fernandez did. Enjoying our content? Please like and share video with your friends, and don't forget to share your thoughts in comment section. Don't miss out on future videos. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with the latest uploads. Thanks for watching.